Hello everyone, I am Dr. Soundararaj. I am going to discuss with you a concept titled Product and Service Decisions in this video. These are all a few details about me related to my career. Kindly watch the full video. If you like the video, give a like to the video and do subscribe my channel as well. Product and service decisions. The important decisions in the development and marketing of individual products and services include product attributes, branding, packaging, labeling, and support services. Every marketing organization has to meticulously plan out these activities so that the market offering of that company or a marketer becomes a successful market offer. Let's get into the details of every aspect of the decisions to be taken by a marketer in relation to the product and service. The first one is about product attributes. Developing a product or service involves defining the benefits that it will offer. These benefits are communicated and delivered by product attributes such as quality, features, and style and design. We will get into the detail of every aspect of the four which are given under the title product attributes. The first one is about product quality. It refers to the characteristics of a product or service that bear on its ability to perform its functions and satisfy openly stated or implied customer needs and wants. Perhaps I would say, who is really determining quality of a market offer? It is a consumer. Then what is the role of the company which markets the product or service with regard to quality measurement? Quality of a market offer has to be measured or assessed by the marketer from the viewpoint of the consumers. That is what their role with regard to quality measurement and assessment of a market offer. The second one is about product features. Product is a combination of features that are planned in three levels of product, which I have explained in other video. You might remember three circles drawn one after other. The circle at the focal point or the middle speaks about core benefit, which is the answer for a question what the consumer really buy in your brand. Around that, a second circle is drawn, which speaks about actual product. It consists of aspects like quality, warranty, style, design, and so on. Around the second circle, a third circle is drawn, which speaks about augmented product. It consists of features like extended credit facilities, membership in a club, free installation, delivery, and so on. So these are all the three levels by which every market offer of a company is planned. That's where you decide about the features your brand should have. The number and combination of features, product features, offered to consumers are assessed in terms of customer value versus cost to the company. What is a customer value? You assess the number and combination of features to be associated with your brand or to be put together to make your market offer should be decided based on customer value versus cost to the company. What is a customer value? Through every feature, what is the value a customer could receive? This is what you need to understand. Keeping in mind the value a customer could receive, you have to incorporate the features one after other in your product. If there is a feature which is not going to offer any value to the customer through your market offer, better you remove it from your brand. And what about the cost to the company? Fine. We have spoken about the customer value every feature should offer. But at the same time, you cannot deny the fact that what is the cost a marketer or a marketing company to incur to offer every such feature which is going to provide value to the customer. The cost to the company should be kept within the limit so that you can add a profit margin and fix your selling price which is profitable for the company. And this is what the idea behind the cost to the company. The third aspect is nothing but, third and fourth aspect, product style and design. Another way to add customer value is through distinctive product style and design. Design is a larger concept than style. Style simply describes the appearance of a product. Styles can be eye-catching or yarn-producing, but it does not necessarily make the product perform better. Whereas design goes to a very heart of the product. Good design contributes to a product's performance as well as to its look. I would firmly say among these two aspects, the style and design should be given more priority. Design fundamentally contributes for the performance of the product. To what extent the product is going to fulfill the needs and wants of the customers satisfactorily. It enhances the performance of the market offer. So design has to be made very, very meticulously. But it doesn't mean that you can ignore style. Style is also important, but you can keep it as a second priority. Style, what is the contribution of style for the promotion of a market offer? Style of a brand really attracts the consumers towards the brand. If any brand which is not made with a suitable style for the target customers is not going to be attractive. Though it has got a very well designed inbuilt in the product, the style, in the case of an automobile, it could have been designed very well. A team of professionals have planned out the design which really contributes for its better performance, no doubt about it. But if it lacks good style, it is not going to attract the target customers. The style is the one which is going to pull the customers towards the brand. So therefore, both are to be given importance. However, design has to be given more importance than style. This is what I understand from my learning of marketing. And the next one is about branding. This is the second product or service decision. Branding. Perhaps the most important skill of professional marketers is their ability to build and manage successful brands. What is the meaning of the term brand? A brand is a name. Microsoft, Google, Apple, like term, sign might be like a tick mark for Nike, Apple for Apple computers. So sign, symbol or design or a combination of these that identifies the maker or seller of a product or service and differentiates the brand from those of competitors. See, obviously a market offer could be well understood are identified or could be differentiated from that of others from the viewpoint of consumers only with the support of the brand name, the brand. Think of our situation. If we don't have names, how will people recognize us? Might be a person with dusky skin, light skin, dark skin, brown skin, things like that. This is so pathetic. Imagine a situation we are not given with the names. The same thing could be applied for the market offers of companies as well. If we do not know the name of a brand like Lux International, how will you go to buy the brand? When you go to the shopkeeper, you have to ask him only what? Give me a white color toilet soap. This is what going to be the pathetic situation. So a brand is very, very important for all aspects that are marketed in the name of product. Could be a person or experience or place or a tangible product or a service, things like that. Brand. So it could be a name or a combination of term, sign, design and so on. It basically helps the customers and everyone in the market to identify the market offer of a company and also to differentiate his offer from that of the competitors. Brands also say something about the product quality and consistency. When we pronounce the name Sony, LG, some aspects come to our mind. The aspects that come to our mind have been formed with the support of our experience. What we have experienced by consuming the brands of products from Sony, LG and so on. When the mothers think of or pronounce the name Johnson & Johnson, they might definitely understand the aspect that it is a company, it is a brand which is offering wonderful products for their just born. This is what you understand by pronouncing the name, brand name of a product. The buyers who always buy the same brand know that they will get the same features and benefits. This is a real idea behind brand name. Branding a product is not an easy job. The name has to be chosen either on line with the features of the product or the benefits customers are going to receive from the market offer or product, or based on the way it functions. Whirlpool, a suitable name for a washing machine because it refers to the way it functions. So we will discuss these aspects in detail in another video titled Branding. Packaging. It includes the activities of designing and producing the container or wrapper for a product. The packaging concept states what the package should be or do for the product in support of marketing objectives. Increased competition and clutter on retail store shelves means that packages must now perform many sales tasks, like from attracting attention of the customers to describing the product or to making the sale. See, as an average, every American customer who visits a shopping store or a supermarket or a hypermarket gets exposed to 300 brands within a minute. Can you believe that? That is a kind of clutter you find in the shelves of the supermarket. How will you overcome the clutter? Only by way of designing and giving a suitable package with a suitable color for your market offer. You are going to attract the eyes of the customers who visit the shopping malls. So you need to identify the ways by which you overcome the clutter so that customers are attracted to look at your brand. Will you believe the fact that nearly 70% of the products are bought in a supermarket by a customer are not there in their purchase list? They have been bought by the customers by just looking at those brands which are kept in the shelves of the supermarket. So 70% of the products bought by an ordinary customer are decided to be bought only on the spot. Therefore, package is very important. If you want your brand to be included in the list of the purchase list that occupies 70% of the decisions taken on the spot. And that's what I'm talking about. And the next one is about labeling. Labels range from simple tags attached to products to complex graphics that are part of the package. Included in this activity are decisions related to both promote and meet legal requirements concerning unit pricing, nutritional information, and weights and measures information, to name but some of the requirements for different product categories. Obviously, labeling follows packaging. If there is no package for a market offer, there is no room for labeling. Labeling has also been made a mandatory activity from legal perspective. The labels contains name of the product or name of the brand, its core attribute, its ingredients, the price at which it is offered to the customers, the date of manufacturing, the date of expiry, how to use the product to get the maximum benefit out of the product, things like that. And the next one is about product support decisions. They are an important aspect given that different customers assign different value to the support services they receive. One might give more priority for what? Price, low price. Other customer might give more priority for the appeal or the style of the product. The third one could give more priority for the design. The fourth one could give more priority for the way it is built. So, people have different priorities from the same product. You as a marketer should understand what is the kind of priority the targeted customers are giving for every support decisions. When you plan out the support decisions to be associated with your market offer, I am very sure that the first one who should be consulted or whose ideas to be well received are group of the customers. They are the better judges about the support decisions to be offered with a market offer. For example, some may value accurate billing over speed of delivery, some require remote software corrections, and so on. The marketers have to survey customers periodically to assess the value of current services offered and obtain ideas for new ones. You can receive bundle of ideas from the customers at free of cost. Value their ideas. Make provision for them to share their ideas so that you make a better market offer finally, which is going to benefit the customers. In case of GM, General Motors, it has learned that customers who experience good service are 5 times more likely to repurchase the same brand than those who have had a bad or dissatisfied service experience. This is what the fact. Thanks for watching this video. I hope I have reached out to you with suitable points on the topic product and service decisions. If you like the video, give a like to the video and do subscribe my channel. Have a happy learning. I will meet you in another video.